Hey everyone, John here. Welcome back to a new video. Today I want to sit down and talk to you guys about my fourth year of being vegan. So hopefully you got a little bit of time to watch through this, whether you're a vegan or you're a paleo or keto or carnivore guy, just to hear me out in terms of understanding what I've learned and where I'm coming from, the reasons for doing what I'm doing, and everything like that. My brother went vegan 6-7 years ago, and back then we were obviously very heavy meat eaters. I was completely shocked, and obviously I gave him a really hard time. I was giving him a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, and really judging his choice for kind of separating himself from the family traditions and doing things differently. I decided to leave him be. He's gonna come around and come back to eating a lot of meat because it's necessary, and it's stupid to live like a tree-hugging hippie. That's what my mentality was back then. So I let him be. He wasn't pushy or anything. And then after 2 years or something, I decided to watch the movie Earthlings, which was a movie or an expose documentary showing the behind the scenes of the animal agriculture. That movie I watched with my girlfriend, now wife, Catherine, and pretty much right after the movie we decided to turn vegan straight away. This goes beyond whether it's right or not to eat meat, as that's a choice that you have to make for yourself, but I don't think anyone, seeing the actual system that we have in place in the modern world is right by any means. It's cruel, it's gross, and I know that most of my meat-eating friends and people that I talk to agree on this point as well. I had to ask myself, if I wanted meat, would I personally go out there and grab a pig, which I found out that has a higher level of intelligence than the dogs that I've always lived and grown up with? Would I be willing to go there personally myself and grab a knife or a gun or whatever and kill it just to be able to eat it when I could have eaten something else instead? So the simple answer to that question was no. And that made me realize that it didn't make sense for me to pay someone else to do the act and me just buying the products and just disconnecting from it. That kind of led me down this path of eating and living a vegan lifestyle, and it's been going really well. So in the beginning I really was afraid of what was going to happen to my muscle mass, my athletic performance, and that kind of stuff. So I was overeating a lot. So the first thing that I learned and that happened was that I realized that it wasn't a problem getting enough calories and getting enough protein on a plant-based diet. Over the years, health-wise, I learned so much about nutrition, and when you're doing something that is different from the vast majority of people, you have to do some research, right? Because even if you're doing something for ethical or environmental reasons, you still need to look after your health, because if you're not, you're gonna fail at the end. A lot of people adopt a vegan lifestyle and a plant-based diet just based on something that one doctor says or something that some expert says online, because it's a lot easier to just take someone's word for things and just do that rather than doing the research yourself. It's way easier, but it's really problematic because our health is not something that is a one-size-fits-all approach, and we have to learn how to customize diets for our own personal needs to prevent conditions that we're more prone to compared to other people. Another big thing that happened to me personally was digestion. I've always struggled with chronic constipation, and I wouldn't go to the bathroom for like 1 week sometimes. That was immediately something that I noticed within the first 3-4 weeks or something. I was able to go to the bathroom like a normal person, and felt so satisfied with that. And my skin, as a result of my body being able to digest foods easier and cleanse itself easier, my skin got a lot better, and I've always struggled with severe acne since the age of 16, 17. I can't say that the plant-based diet really made a huge, massive difference in everything in my physical body. But I have to say that the major thing that it did impact was my mental state. 4 years ago, I was not the same person that I am today. The willingness to dig deep and question things that I didn't question before was something that I really developed over the years because of going vegan. And this is not, again, something that everyone will experience. It's just, you know, what is important to you. And for me, I've always felt that I want to, you know, be independent in the way that I think. I want to be detached from social conditioning and propaganda, whatever you want to call it. I want to be a person that makes decisions based on how I'm feeling at the present you know, state of being, basically. And by no means am I free from those things and, you know, completely detached from everything, because that's a really hard thing to do. Like, you have to pretty much live in isolation to be free of all those things. Of course, like media and, you know, movies, television, I'm still affected by that, right? But it's about realizing and being aware of that that has, you know, really helped me a lot. If I didn't fall into that rabbit hole, I would probably be, you know, just the same as I was before, and just living my life on autopilot and not questioning anything, just doing what I've been told or what I thought I was the right thing to do, right? So it's not something that I judge others for doing, because the reality is that we as humans, we don't you know, enjoy confronting pain and discomfort that comes with digging deep and asking these difficult questions. It's something that I think it's useful for everyone to consider, and it doesn't mean that you have to go you know, try to be perfect or anything, because obviously that doesn't exist. Perfection is an illusion, but you can always, you know, be aware of it, which is the most important thing. Now, if you're just aware and not doing anything about it, that's still better than you know, doing things without being aware of them. So I do encourage everyone to be aware of the things that they're doing, or trying to become aware of them. Or maybe not, maybe it's not important to you. Like, some people just, you know, don't, you know, they just want to live their lives and just enjoy what they've been given, and, you know, Netflix and chill, and that's completely fine. I mean, like, this is the world that we live in, and we can't you know, fault people for wanting to do that. Like, I've been there, and I still do that time to time. So but just like, I think it's important to just have a little bit more awareness about what you do, and that can lead to different things. And, you know, if you do that and you take small steps, it doesn't feel like a huge shift in your life and a huge pain in the ass to, you know, all of a sudden live a completely different life and, you know, try to do everything zero waste or completely vegan. Like, it's not about that. It's just about slowly educating yourself and being informed, so that you just understand what your actions do in terms of the impact. But I have to say, the most important thing that I've learned over the last 4 years is that love and compassion and empathy is the most important thing. It's all about getting together and understanding each other, and even if you don't agree with someone's point of view, still try to come from a place of understanding and love, because hate has never fixed anything in the history of the human race. Like, if you look at all these you know, social movements, these things were not achieved by hate, although they did have violent you know, aspects within the movement. It wasn't those violent aspects that actually caused change, right? And you can see that throughout history, and that's just psychology, how humans react. We don't react well to people attacking us. So I think it's not really about being right or wrong, or telling people that they're wrong or that you are right, and you know, feeling superior to other people. I don't think that's gonna be useful ever. And I just learned that positivity always wins. It allows an open conversation around different issues, so that we can actually come to some common ground. So I guess just take a little bit of an effort to try to be a little bit more aware of your actions, and, you know that there are consequences to everything that you do, and ask yourself if those consequences are in alignment with what you believe in. So in general, I become healthier, more conscious about what I put into my body. I know more about nutrition, how to avoid deficiencies on a plant-based diet, how to thrive on a plant-based diet, how it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's something that has to be individualized. I learned how to, you know, build muscle by, you know, increasing the protein intake that you're having on a daily basis. I learned that carbs aren't bad, that, you know, it's amazing to have healthy carbohydrate sources into your diet. Actually, it's essential for most people, and you know, not to be afraid of anything and not to restrict anything like fats, for example. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, click the subscribe button because I make a lot of videos. Hit the like, let me know what you think of this video, and let me know what you want to see next. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.